Checking, making sure that nothing else could be using up my internet at the moment. Normally, it doesn't really lag this badly, and you guys are able to watch it. But a nice ult from Misfortune is going to take a lot of purple team members down. But Dynamic40 is going to come in and grab his ult on Misfortune. The Thresh Lantern is going to save her, as Warwick is going to go down. Zinzao coming in from the back line, going to be finished off Cassidy as well. Captain Kermit now the only member up on purple team. Jimbo trying to get a nice hook, but it is only going to land on Minion and get him a little bit of extra gold. This is God. It may help. This is good. It may help. Hopefully it will. As Yasuo gets a nice tornado and then comes in from the back line doing enough damage and grabbing that Thresh Lantern to get the kill on Rengar and then back off. However, purple team is going to get their own tower in that bottom lane, but that is 3 kills for a tower versus just a single tower. As now Draven and Sonar are looking to back. It's actually Draven just going to place down a ward just to keep an eye out for blue team, and instead is going to make his way around past that blue ward and head up possibly into purple team's jungle, or maybe just go towards the mid lane to protect it. While in that bottom lane, Super Tarte is going to farm very, very well. This is great. I'm so happy. Yay, no lag. That is awesome. That is what we want to hear. A good stream with no lag, cleaned up nicely. Thank you all for sticking around. I will put this on YouTube as a Part A, Part B, and that way it gets cleaned up so much. Part B will be so much better, or maybe I will just put Part B on there, and that way it's a lot easier to be able to watch. But thank you, iPlayEverything, for sticking around and informing me about the game, and hopefully it will now stay a lot cleaner instead of lagging too much. As purple team is going to be grabbing this red buff, Warwick doing the nice teammate thing and giving it over to Draven. Alec9353, who's sitting at 0-1, however 98 farm, but that 98 farm pales in comparison of the 3-0 Bloodthirster, 135 farm of Misfortune. LPK, putting a beautiful wind wall down, and that is going to save him from the slow of Draven. He is pinging to help me at the tower as purple team comes in 3-man strong. They want this tower. Zinzao's right around the corner, but I guess he's not really interested. Most fortunate, I was actually going to ult over the wall, get a little bit of damage on Casson as well as clear some of those minions. But now Jimbo's going to come in and flame Misfortune back towards the tower. And the Death Sentence hook is going to pull her right into the tower as well as the rest of the team. And Zinzao, Dragon Rage picking up that kill. I guess all that farming on the Wraith did him good as he was able to still pick up a kill. Now, Rengar going to jump on here onto Nasus. He's looking for the Draven, which is more important than the Rengar kill, and Yoshimitsu on the Nasus will pick up the kill. Another beautiful death sentence from Thresh onto the Warwick. However, he's going to ult onto Nasus, not the target you want, as the rest of blue team collapses, and they are just taking purple team down one member at a time. As Sona finally comes back up, she still has her ultimate available, but 4-man blue team coming in through that top lane is going to be doing massive amounts of damage. Now 12-3, they got 4 kills in the last couple of seconds and have done an incredible job of putting the game in their hands. Purple team now on the back line trying to figure out what to do to stop this. Sona is making her way towards the top line, but with only Cassin at her side, I don't think they have enough power to take anybody down on blue team. There comes Yasuo though, he's going to jump in, a lot of damage onto Sona. She's used her flash and the heal to try to save herself. The death sentence is going to land on Cassidy as the flay, but no, he's going to be able to dash out of that. Rengar coming in here, he has the home guard boots, he's going to slow down Misfortune. Will it be enough? Super Tarte putting down a only taking a little bit of health before backing off, putting down one of those nice trinket wards by blue team, doing an excellent job warding up the entire jungle as they make their way through. Now just rotating towards this mid lane tower. They should be able to get another death sentence on Caston. Is going to force him to use his ultimate, but Warwick not so good. He's going to have to flash off to this side. Thresh wants it though. He's going to leap in and use his ultimate, slowing down several members of purple team. The Sona ultimate is going to land on Misfortune, but not too much else as Draven comes in for the back line. Zinzao coming in doing massive amounts of damage, and Yasuo going to be grabbing up a kill. Rengar is actually going to get that Zinzao as he went a little bit too far over the wall, but no, Nasus is coming in, tanking up the tower, going to kill Draven behind the lines, as well as the Thresh is going to keep casting long enough for Super Tarte to use his ultimate and get the kill. We're actually going to go back now and slow that down because that fight was so incredible. Oh my gosh, I should have slowed it down from the get-go. We're going to speed it up a little bit here as blue team comes around here. They realize they're not going to be able to get this top lane tower, so instead they're going to rotate towards the mid lane tower, placing all those wards down as we just saw. After they get this tower, though, there's going to be a beautiful hook by Thresh onto the Cassidon, who is going to be forced to have to use his Rift Walk to back off. Dynamic40 in here trying to tank away, but with all 5 members of blue team and only himself, he's not going to be able to do a whole lot. Zinzao is going to dash in, getting a nice chunk of damage onto Dynamic40. Slayer. The exhaust is down as well, so he's not going to really do anything. He's going to try to back off from this with the beautiful flash. LPK has jumped in. Thresh is actually going to flash and use his ultimate, and that's going to slow Dynamic Slayer once again. Patrick Jr. actually using his own flash to jump out. Yoshimitsu has started tanking this tower, but decides as his team is starting to back away that they do not want to go for this tower, but LPK sees Sona coming in with almost no help, so Jimbo actually takes over the tanking of the tower. Yasuo's going to throw out there the tornado. It's going to knock out both Rengar and Sona. Seeing the squishy member of Sona who's already used her ultimate, he's going to leap in using his own ultimate to do massive amounts of damage to both Sona and Captain Kermit, as the ultimate from Draven is going to come in from the sidelines, but he's been shot down so far this game. He does almost no damage. Dragon Rage 2 seeing Yasuo go in so hard, he's going to try to come in and help out. He is tanking the tower, and he is going to get this last auto attack on Sona with a flash, but the tower damage is there, going to do just enough to put him a really low help, and Rengar Ignite is going to be able to finish him off. Even with that ultimate though, is going to push Captain Kirk towards LPK, who's decided to jump on Draven, who actually flashed over the wall. Thresh hook coming out there though is going to keep Draven here just long enough for Misfortune to ult over the wall, and that Nasus Q is going to do enough damage to finish off Rengar, as Yasuo's auto attacks is going to finish off Draven, and Thresh flashes over the wall to get the kill on Cassidy. Beautiful job by blue team playing on the safe side with that Thresh and Misfortune over the wall, the squishy members, while the tankier members of Nasus and Xin Zhao get down and dirty. Yasuo jumping around, but we see that Warwick is not done quite yet. He uses his ult on Yasuo, but Yasuo is just too tanky, and he's going to be able to take it for just a little bit, but the tower is going to finish him off. Nasus trying to save him with that Q damage on the tower, but it's not going to knock it down just fast enough. My huge tits for the win, says Misfortune. Her tits have helped her a lot. Thunder Thighs and Alec are up as they're going to try to do something to save the inhibitor, but not going to be enough. Yoshimitsu, just too much damage on that Nasus now. 110 free farm in that top lane. He's going to back off from this. Rengar has used his ultimate. He might jump on the Nasus. Not the target you want as Nasus uses his ultimate. He does have red buff. He should just poke Rengar and keep running. Jimbo Aizen trying to come in here, does a nice flay. He's going to distract. He can sacrifice himself. No need to worry about it. However, Misfortune with that speed boost that she gets on her passive is going to be able to walk away from that Super Tarte escaping, and that was massive for blue team, putting them even further in the lead. Now 17 kills to 6, about 10k gold in the lead. This is pretty fantastic. Uh-oh, lag. Hopefully it went away. We don't seem to be lagging too badly at the moment, so it might have cleaned up. But Purple Team is going to be grabbing this Dragon, but with an inhibitor down, Purple Team's going to have to do a lot more than just grab Dragon to be able to secure a win. 17 kills to 16, down by about 10k gold. They do have some more damage now, as Rengar has almost finished up, he has finished the Tiamat, and may be looking for going for the Hydras. However, he is not tanky, and you need a tanky Rengar in cases like this. Dynamic Slayer has also gone a little bit more of that damage route with the Vamp Scepter, and you need some tank line. Cassidy cannot be the only tank with that catalyst and health, as well as Sona is just not tanky enough. She has placed out a number of wards there. You can see that ticking away there. Draven is going to be able to grab some more Doran's Blades to try to deal some extra damage and have some health, but he only has his Bloodthirster versus the Bloodthirster and Phantom Dancer by Misfortune. Misfortune has not even finished her boots yet. She doesn't need to. LPK is looking for damage though on Dynamic Slayer. He gets the Tornado and the ultimate, and that's going to finish off Warwick as well as finish off Sona. Beautiful job, LPK coming in here doing massive amounts of damage. The speed up though by Thresh. He knows that LPK wants more damage. He's going to be coming in here, dashed into the minions. He's looking, but the flashes are out from both Cassidy and Draven. Draven's going to use his ultimate to try to get a little bit, but the hook from Jimbo is once again landing on the Cassidy. Going to flay both of them closer. Xin Zhao Dragon Rage looking to make use of that, jumping in, getting a lot of damage. Draven has already used his flash. I don't believe he is going to have it up in time, and he is going to go down and fall back, as a beautiful job by Thresh throwing down the lantern for Dragon Rage to grab it and get a free ride out of the fight. Blue team still doing an excellent job. Leave my boobs alone. Rengar must have been looking for Misfortune in the jungle, but did not find her. LPK now backing off, having done his duty. Yoshimitsu in that top lane on the Nasus, trying to get some damage onto the tower. Captain Kermit looking to do something to it. However, he's going to flash it out. The damage from blue team too strong, as they're going to destroy it. The Rift Rock from Cassidy brought him close, as well as the ultimate from Rengar going to go on to Thresh and stop some of that CC. A good choice by Warwick. However, the damage from Nasus is still strong. Cassidy going to pick up that kill on Xin Zhao and now come in as well. Warwick is trying to tank up Nasus as much as possible. Here comes Yasuo over the wall, though. The Thresh hook over the wall is going to also go on to Warwick and stop any of that CC. The Rift Walk from Kelton and going to get him out of dirty hands for just a moment. LPK and Jimbo still looking for more kills, though. Sona trying to distract as much as possible. Kelton does get that slowdown onto Yasuo. However, he may just turn and go onto the Sona. The wind wall from from Yasuo, nice job, but it actually, Draven Axe finished over the wind wall before it came back up, and now Draven's going to have to stick around long enough to finish off both of these kills. He's going to grab both the Yasuo, who was sitting at way too low health, and now has double buff. There's the speed up from Draven, going to come in here, get the slow onto Thresh. Don't want to attack minions, you want to be attacking the Thresh. He is still slow, but no, he's going to allow him to walk away. What? Oh, he was grabbing his axe. Don't need to be grabbing your axe at a time like this when your enemy is running away. There goes the ward. He should be able to see Thresh continuing to walk away. It might have started his recalling there, but I think he heard the word going down. GG Alec learned to kill. He instead turned to grab his axes, while Super Tarte is going to get this in that bottom lane, the tower down there, and consider going forward with that slow, but it did not land on Misfortune. Is going to back off, trying to save the tower, as the big minions are going to be coming in. MVP MF for farming her boobs off. MVP Misfortune, as somebody said, 187 farm, doing a great job at getting as much farm in that bottom lane as possible. Draven only sitting at 122. Look at this game, though. 23 kills to 9. 48,000 gold to 34. Purple team still hanging on by a thread, trying to make some of these fights happen on their turf and when they want it. Rengar has got a little bit extra damage now, as he does have that armor penetration with that last Whisper. As Warwick continues to build more damage, there's still no tank line for Purple team. They have nobody to soak up all of the damage of Blue team, which leaves their squishies in the back line free for Yasuo to jump on. Blue team's looking for Baron, though. They're going to be coming in here doing a lot of damage. Purple team sees that, and they're kind of getting prepared. Dynamic Sire over the wall. He's actually not going to allow himself to get flayed back, but it is going to be Xin Zhao that grabs it. Thresh is going to have the hook over the wall. Welcome, Kendo, for following the team as we get this fight underway. Blue team's going to be coming in here. The nice slow and the flay from Thresh puts them in perfect positioning for Misfortune ultimate to come through, doing a lot of damage. Rengar actually used his ultimate, walking away with a tiny amount of health. Blue team pursuing. Beautiful job by him, playing it scary and actually running towards the team. He should be able to get out of all of Blue team's vision and survive. However, that's still bad news for Purple team, as they do not have enough people to defend. 4 people to 3 people, now 5, as Misfortune comes in, and she's going to be able to take down this Nexus without any problem. They only have 1 tower, Purple team does, and Misfortune should make short work of it and no problem at all. The knockup onto Draven is going to spell death for him. Yasuo picking up yet another kill, now 12 and 3. There's that death sentence onto Sona, stopping her from using his ultimate. Yasuo with massive damage, finishing off Rengar. Petrineer actually flashing out of both of everything the Blue team has, but not close enough. Yasuo has both the dash, lets Nasus finish off that kill, and then turns on to Sona. Does Blue team have enough damage to finish off the Sona? There goes the Borg, trying to just slow her down from that Yasuo. Will it be enough? Nasus has a lot of Q damage, and the hook from Thresh will make sure that Yasuo stays in range to get the kill, as they now turn on to do massive amounts of damage. It's actually Warwick, instead of playing it safe, is going to ult onto the Xin Zhao, I believe it was. No, the Nasus. Wrong person to ult to, but I guess the last-ditch effort to stop that from happening. And Blue team takes the win. 29 kills to 9 kills. 55,000 gold to 36,000 gold. What a game. What a game. Huge, huge, huge Yasuo coming in there. 14 and 3. Beautiful job by Misfortune. 4-0-15 support ADC. As you saw in the game before, support ADC does actually work. As long as you do damage, that is what counts. 2-1-23 Thresh. 23 out of the 29 kills Thresh was a part of. 6 kills. 6 kills. Well, actually, I take that back. 4 kills, because Thresh got 2 kills. 4 kills out of 29 was all that Thresh was not critically a part of. That is massive. However, we're jumping over to Purple Team to give MVP real fast, and we will be doing the $10 Riot Point giveaway for everybody who is on currently, as well as a follower. Make sure you are following and have said something in the chat in the last 10 minutes if you want to be part of the giveaway. Real fast, though, we're doing MVPs here. MVP for Purple Team. I think I might have to give it over to the Kassadin. Kassadin didn't get that many kills, only 2. Rengar had the most number of kills. However, he had the least amount of deaths. Rengar sitting at 5 and Draven sitting at 5. He has the most assists out of anyone. He did what I mentioned a number of times. Rengar did not build tank. Warwick did not build tank. Sona can't build tank. So he went tank. He got that Sephiroth's Embrace, which allows him to have all of that mana, and then turned around and built a Rod of Ages, which allows him to get even tankier. He held on to the Crystalline Flask so he could keep using it and keep healing himself. He still went a little bit more power with that Sorcerer's Shoes, but he built a Rod of Ages, and that is a tanky item for an AP champion. So I'm giving it over to Patchinator on the Kassadin for playing that tank role. He was able to absorb a bit of the damage, not a lot, but a bit of the damage from Blue Team, and that has allowed Blue Team to get some of the kills. You have to, if you're going to play really well, have a combination of kills, least amount of deaths, and a lot of assists. And he had almost all 3 of those if you're going to be a solid player. Sometimes it's better to let a kill go away if you're not going to give a death, especially if you can't guarantee getting that kill. So he didn't have the most number of kills, but he had the least amount of deaths, which is a huge thing, especially on a losing team. And he still had the most assists and most overall. You can see out of that, he was a part of 6 kills, whereas everyone else was a part of 5, 4, 2, 3. So he was a part of the most number of kills. He was there for his team. He was helping out. He wasn't just an assassinator. Especially in team fights like this, you need to have all 5 members of your team there and fighting for him. And he was there every time a team fight broke out. Helps when you have a Rift Walk, but doesn't mean that's going to be the end of the game. So MVP to the Kassadin. Sorry, but I would give it to Rengar. Rengar, he didn't really do what he needed to do. He came in... he built like a Rengar when a Rengar does well. With a Tiamat, Boots of Speed, Mobility, Last Whisperer, building that Hydras. He built Rengar when a Rengar does well. When a Rengar can burst down a champion, kill him off instantly, make it a 4v5 team fight, or pick somebody off in the jungle. Yes, that's a good build for a Rengar. Not when the team's losing. Not when you need a tanky front line to absorb a lot of damage. Not when you need to be there for a lot of your team fights. You could see there that in the last couple of fights, he tried to be present, but ended up having to use his ultimate to escape, which is not what you want to be doing on a Rengar. You want to use your ultimate to initiate fights, not to just escape from them to live. So, jumping over, yeah, Rengar had free lane early game, which is why he built really good. Played full stalker mode, ha ha ha. Anyway, sorry Alec, hang on just a moment. We're going to go over and give MVP to Blue Team. So many good plays. I am, however, going to get it over to that Thresh. Jimbo playing a huge Thresh. Amazing kills and follow-ups by LPK coming in here, 14 kills. But Thresh was always on the dot with those hooks, with the flays. And more so than that, you know you have a good Thresh player when he sees LPK leap underneath the tower, 2 towers deep, going for some of those kills. And actually, it was LPK or was it Xin Zhao? It might have been Xin Zhao, actually, who went and got some of those kills. But anyway, Thresh threw the lantern down to pull him out of those towers. You could have said, he's tanking if he can walk out himself. But Thresh said, no, I'm going to keep my teammates safe, keep them at full health as much as possible. I'm going to pull them off to the side. So, great job. Thank you, Cavs2702, for coming in here and following as well. We are getting this giveaway underway right now. That Mad Life hook early screwed me. It is true, Alec. It is true. Pretty tough game. But MVP Jimbo, MVP Patchinator. Excellent job to both of you guys.